My 2 months journey in the south of France started on the exact same day I quit my full-time job in London with just a one-way ticket. I ended up exploring more than 10 different towns, but instead of rushing through, I took my time in each place. And today, I want to bring this whole journey together and share the 3 places I truly loved. Hi, I'm Satomi. I'm a Japanese artist based in London. On this channel, I will take you with me on my travels as I search for inspiration. Together, we will discover the hidden stories behind incredible arts, craftsmanship, and design. But this isn't just a travel guide. Let me give you some context. There were 2 main reasons I went to the south of France. First, the light. As an artist, my heroes such as Van Gogh and Cézanne and Matisse, they all found inspiration in this incredible light. And after 8 years in cloudy London, I knew that I had to experience it myself. And second, after I quit my job, I wanted some time to think about what comes next. So, after 2 months of solo travel, I didn't just find beautiful places, I gained some new perspectives on creativity and in life. Let's dive into the 3 places that really helps me during this time. The first place is Antibes. What can I say? The French Riviera seaside view is just incredible. But it's more than that. Picasso famously had a burst of creativity here right after the war, and I think I understand why. There is a fresh, open atmosphere in this town. The market, the independent shops, the art studios. For me, Antibes taught me that sometimes you don't need a grand plan. You just need to be in an environment with the right energy, the right light and color to remember the simple joy of creating. The second place is Aix-en-Provence. It's not by the sea, but it has this incredible energy. I think because it's a university city. I wish I could have stayed longer. This is Cézanne's town, and then there's a place in Aix where you can see a documentary about him. There was a scene where his father gave him this amazing high-ceilinged studio, and it just hit me. And then there was a Chateau La Costa, just outside of Aix. For me, the experience here was exceptional. Here you wander through a vast vineyard, discovering works by world-class architects like Tadao Ando and another international artists. The art isn't just in a white room in a museum. The act of walking through nature to find it becomes part of the experience itself. This fusion of art, architecture, and wine was such a rich and fulfilling experience, and I just found it incredibly wonderful. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever visited, and in a place I hope all of you can see one day. The third one is Saint-Provence. It's an art village in every sense of the word. The village itself is a maze of beautiful galleries where masters like Chagall and Picasso used to gather. And just a short walk from its medieval walls, you can find one of the world's great modern art museums, the Foundation Mar. I was lucky enough to stay for a week in a small house where an impressionist painter once lived, and the evenings there were incredibly quiet and peaceful, which was perfect for self-reflection. The only problem? No cars, no supermarkets, the things I was so used to in London or Japan. But I felt that inconvenience was something I should embrace after the hectic life there. Because what I learned in Saint-Provence was the importance of process. It taught me that inspiration isn't something you can hunt for in a hurry. You have to slow down. You have to get lost in the maze. It's only when you give yourself time to just be, to soak in the air, the scent, the sounds, you can truly notice the beauty hidden in the smallest details. Okay, so I said 3 places, but there's one more I have to share. The place that moved me the most on this journey. Arles. This is Van Gogh's city, and when I visited Saint-Remy, the asylum where he stayed, and looked through the window of his room, where he painted the Starry Night. I was just so emotional. Art taught me the power of a human story. The city is so infused with his passion and his pain. That story has in turn fueled a vibrant modern art scene with incredible places like the Luma Foundation and the Louvre Museum. As an artist, I felt a deep sense of respect for the power of one man's life to shape the soul of a city. So those are my recommended places. But this trip was more than just visiting beautiful towns.
It was about realizing how much I was missing when I was always rushing.
I understand that everyone has their own situations, work, family, finances that makes extended travels challenging. But I truly believe that we all need these moments of pause sometimes, even if it's just for a few hours. To be honest with you, leaving a stable career is scary. This 2-month journey was my first step into that uncertainty, looking for inspiration and a new direction. The illustrated guide of the south of France I created is basically a record of that search. It's the places that really moved me, the moments that sparked something creatively, and the stories I found along the way. I hope it gives you some inspiration too. If you're interested, the link is in the description. This France trip was just the beginning. Next, I went to Italy. And that's where my exploration of art and craft history went even deeper. Looking back now, I realized that traveling through Europe like this eventually led me to a pretty big decision about my future, about what I want to create. I'm not quite ready to share that decision yet. First, we need to go to Venice. So if you are curious to see where all of this leads, please subscribe and then come along. So in the south of France, there are still so many places I couldn't visit on this trip, like Avignon or Saint-Tropez. So if you have a favorite place to visit in the south of France, please leave it in the comments below, so I will use it as a reference for my next trip. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in Venice next week.